Good afternoon, hockey fans. I got a new tool that I want to try tonight with breaking down some video, and I want to focus on a couple of habits that we want to see as we advance through the playoffs here. So I'm going to show the video and then back it up and try to talk about the habits that we want to see instilled on the ice. So let's go to the first one. So in our first clip here, I think everyone can figure out what habit we want to see here more frequent. And when we practice this, we often practice it taking a retrieval out of the corner. And we tell the D or the forwards going in, you got to do the head check to make sure you know where that pressure's coming from, right? So when we're going into the corner, we want that head check to do the scan to see which way the pressure's coming from so that we can come out the other way with the puck. Not only is it great for hockey in terms of hockey IQ, but it's also a safety when you're going in closer to the board. So you know that if pressure's coming, you don't take a hit from behind. So yes, it's important to make the hockey play, but it's also for safety. So our D here has got his eyes on the puck, sees exactly where it's coming, but the habit we want to see improve here is that he gets that head around so he knows where the pressure is coming from. Now, in this instance here, he gets possession of the puck. Our forward is absolutely completely wide open, but because we don't know where the pressure is coming from, so we want to get that habit of turning our heads, scanning behind us, we can't make that beautiful clean outlet pass. And of course, the Guelph players here are floating in, so we would have tons of ice in front of us just by developing that look behind you, scan habit. So again, we'll get rid of the ink marking here and play it out one more time. And you can see our D gets the puck, doesn't know where the pressure is coming from. So instead of seeing the pressure and turning up the other way, using his body to protect the puck, we end up in turning the puck right into the player. Okay, the Makar. This is the one we've practiced over and over and over again. Let's watch how this plays out, and then we'll break it down. In full speed, our D comes over and is absolutely at full speed mirroring the player. This is where this comes in on the zone. Our D has to be respectful of where it's coming in from and comes in, watching him break it down, getting that body on body right in front. Now, watch this stick. What a great read. Watch this stick. It's on the pivot that he sweeps. So on the pivot, you can see his foot here. Actually pointed with my finger. You can see his foot is already pivoting out, so he's not lunging forward. This keeps him in position just in case this guy ends up with the puck. He's going to be in perfect position to get to this guy. This is the Makar mirror playing out absolutely perfectly. He mirrored him through the D zone. When the guy tries to shoot, he goes into his transition, takes away the sweep, not lunging forward, actually sweeping the puck on his pivot. And again, if he misses the puck here, he ends up right on top of this guy. So it becomes less of a risk, less of a probability for this Guelph player to score. So again, watch it play it. Watch it play out. I'm going to back that up a little bit. I went a little fast there. Watch this play out. Gets over on the pivot, brings that stick across, and he's in perfect position to get in after the board. Very, very great habit. Let's keep that one up. Okay, what's next here? Okay, let's watch what happens here. We're on a PK here, and this is the habit of flying to the puck, flying to the right spot in the D zone to make sure that we can get a nice clearing play out. So let's watch what happens here. This happens kind of fast here. Could have made the video a little longer, I guess. The puck actually the puck actually is passed from this guy over here, and it's coming through the zone. So we've got our D here, making sure that this guy's covered and the puck coming through. But the habit that we love here is as that puck went through, when we collapsed into the slot to make sure that nobody was going to bug Alex. And we, once the puck came through, watch how our D just absolutely flies to the puck, picks it up on his forehand, and already deciding I've had enough of this down the ice. Great habit. So the big one there is the big habit we want is flying to those pucks, flying around the D zone into the next position that you want to be in. Very good habit to keep. Okay, again, this is a 2v1. Stay in the middle, take away the pass. We've practiced this. I think you guys have been practicing this since last year, and you can see all of the habits developing quite nicely on the 2-on-1. So let's watch what happens here. We've got our D coming in. Sorry, our back checking D coming in after on the back check, but we have our D man here prepared in the middle to play the 2-on-1. I keep doing that. Let's watch what happens here. Staying in the middle, anticipating the pass, anticipating pass. Now sees it, wants to make sure he's doesn't skate into his goalie, and not a perfect takeaway the pass, but does the job effectively in keeping that guy who's on the other side of the Royal line from getting the puck. Another important thing here, this is a little bit of smart and a little bit of luck working at the same time. Watch as our D backs up here. Watch as our D backs up here. He doesn't go into our goalie. He's skating away towards the angle, not backing right into the goalie. Again, nice habit to be in. And now he's nice transition, and he's going to go win that battle in the corner against the Guelph player. The habit, stay in the middle, take away the pass, keep it up. Okay, let's watch this one play out again, and then we'll talk a little bit about this play. Okay, this again is our net front drill where we got to take away the opportunity for scoring. Let's watch what happens. Comes out from behind, misses the stick on stick, tries again. So he gets 2 shots on Drew. The habit we want to get here is we want to get our stick on that stick, not just to sweep at it. My old goalie coach used to call that the Olay. Not my goalie coach, but an old goalie coach I used to work with. He used to call this the Olay, when you just kind of pull your cape away from someone. So we want to get our stick right on their stick and make sure that our body position is going towards the player. The habit we want to get into here is towards that player, body on body, not away from the player, not away from the play, but get that body on. So if we do miss the stick, we're not giving up 2 opportunities. Drew does a good job of keeping this puck out of the net. And now we go into a puck battle and down low. So the habit we got to get into here is making sure that we're getting our stick on stick or stick on puck, and our body is drifting towards the player. Actually, the second part of this video, you can actually see our D going to put body on body. So well done. Let's keep that habit. Get that stick on stick, get that body on body, and make sure that down low, our bodies are always going towards the opponent's body. This is another great play by our D. We're working on this habit, and it's the habit of communicating to make sure we know where our partner is in the D zone, especially with the defenseman, because they're always switching off. The plays are always transitioning back and forth. We got to make sure that when we're transitioning, our D partner knows where we're going. So let's watch this play out. So again, almost like our net front drill, our D's watching where the player's going, like to see him a little eyes up a little higher, but all the same. It's working out very well. Our right D is letting him go in behind the net, guiding him, make sure he's not going to try to come net front on him. And now here's the switch. This is where we need to be yelling switch, 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 so that our front D knows where our left D is going and knows that he's going to put pressure on, so that our right D knows to take away the guy from in front of the net. The other habit that's got to get here again is our wingers. This puck went to strong side, so this winger here, I keep doing that over and over again. So this winger here needs to make sure that that high slot is taken care of. We got to get in the habit of flying into these positions in the D zone, especially with against the better teams. This D's here, excuse me. This winger here is now strong side, so it now means that this guy's got to fly into that position. Again, you want to make sure that you're taking away that opportunity from that high slot, but even by being in the high slot, you're also taking away an opportunity for this guy to be get a nice clean pass out to him. Okay, let's watch what happens here. The real big habit here is the D, the switch. Want to yell at switch, 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 switch. Get stick on stick, and boom into the corner. Really well done. Really, really well done. Now the habit we want to do again is communicating, and we want to see the habit of the forward getting to that high slot. Okay, let's watch this play out. Okay, so the puck does not come out of the zone. Our D is up here. Our other D is here. And we got this guy standing all by himself. And this player here is also below our D. So let's watch what happens here. Oh, and I also will mention that this winger switched to strong side and needs to fly out over here. These are all the habits we got to get into. Let's see what happens here. This D gets back and gets a stick on stick. Thank goodness Drew does a great job of smothering the puck here. 3 opportunities on this one play. Again, let's back it up. Our left D is above our winger. So our winger's got to be up here. Shot off. I've now got 2 Guelph players below my defenseman. The habit is someone's got to be down low. This actually happens later in the game too. And Drew does a great job of bringing that puck in, rebound, and our right D gets back, and Drew smothers the puck. Habits, we got to fly into our spots in the D zone, and we got to make sure that our D are on the forwards, the opponent's forwards below the dots. Okay, so on the bench, you hear us say, take blue, take blue, take blue, dump it in. Don't try to make moves at the blue line. Let's just take blue, let's take blue, let's take blue. Let's watch what happens here. So our forwards coming through the neutral zone. We've got a forward here. We practice this all of the time. It's one of 2 things. On the Pat Burns, we would dump this in. On the 5 shot or the Panther, we would be entering wide. In this case here, we've got back checking pressure. So it's more a Pat Burns play. Let's dump that puck low and go get it on the forecheck. What happens here? We try to make a pass to the blue line. It is taken away from the back checker. And instead of having a nice forecheck or a rhino engaging down low, we end up with a high zone battle. So the habit we want to see here, the habit we want to see here is if it's pressure coming, it's Pat Burns, get it low. If you can come and take blue cleanly, then you're going to come in nice and wide. We can either bring it in, do a nice pad pass for a shot, or we can do a little hook here and get a pass out to the front. We can enter nice and wide, come low, and get another pass out front. But what we don't want to do is what we don't want to do is not take blue. This is the. Let me see if I can change colors here. This is the blue line here. We want to get to the blue line. We don't want to be making plays at the blue line. We want to dump it in or enter with speed nice and wide. Okay? So the habit, take blue, either the Pat Burns with the dump in or the Panther drill with a nice wide entry in the button hook or the 5-shot with the button hook. Okay, so the last one here is our goalie. This is what we've been working on in practice. Let's watch what happens here. So the player is entering in on the right side. Drew's back deep in his net, but wants to get out, take away ice now because he knows where he's coming in from. But the habit we want to get into is we want to come out and we want to take away ice. We want to get our back of our skates practically to the end of this blue area here to take away that net. Now Drew squares up nicely with the shooter, but is sunk back, which gives the shooter a lot of net. The shooter comes right in and tries to go through Chucky, and Drew makes a nice save. Drew did a great job of squaring up here, but the habit we want to get into is we want to get to the top of that paint to take away more of that net from that shooter. Good habit here from Chucky, making sure that he wasn't screened. We got to make sure that our centerman is back checking. We got to make sure our D are flying back. Again, it's all about flying in that D zone. We got to get on the spots. Drew does, like I said, Drew does a great job of getting this smothered up so there's no rebound. There's nothing to take care of, but we want to make sure that we're flying back into our D zone. I hope that video helped. I didn't get to use my tools as much as I wanted to, but we are in the playoffs now. And if you have any questions about some of my comments in the video, please let me know tomorrow at practice. See you at the rink.